G'day folks, Peter Young for Fishing Monthly magazines, and I'm here with Alan Whittley from the Whittley Marine Group. And Alan, we've done plenty of boat tests.
We have, made over the years.
Oh, well and truly. Always enjoyed them. Something a little bit different this time. We're actually out testing the largest towable boat in the range that you've got.
Correct, our flagship, yep.
We have actually come from the Whittley factory this afternoon, and Alan, one of the things we're discussing in the car was people's concerns about actually towing boats of this size, and you've put together a few tips and tricks for us, so here that is now.
So I've just towed here after a 2.5 hour trip from the Whittley factory in Melbourne. We're towing this rig, this beautiful Whittley 2800, which is legally trailable behind a 200 series Land Cruiser. The boat itself is under 3.5 tonne and it's under 2.5 metres in width, which means you can tow it around without any overwidth permits, flashing lights, overwidth signs. Just hook it on behind your standard larger Land Cruiser size vehicle or Navara or something like that, and you can tow it around. Now I know what everyone's thinking, how do you tow such a large vehicle? Well, my main piece of advice is to think long. So you are towing a very, very long vehicle, so you just need to enable enough room when turning and stuff like that. In terms of braking, we feed all our Whittleys with a factory supplied Mackay trailer, and if the larger models come with electric brakes, which actually pull the car up, believe it or not. So it's not as a daunting exercise once you get out and get experience with it, with towing. Once you've mastered the art of towing, the next stage is putting your boat on and off the trailer, which is probably one of the more daunting tasks of owning a new boat and learning this. What I would recommend is practice. Practice at boat ramps when it's not busy, and practice with friends that are boaters as well. That's a really good way of learning how to put your boat on and off the trailer. All Whittleys are factory supplied with a Mackay trailer, and so they are a full drive-on, drive-off trailer. They've got a big keel ladder down the centre to support the weight and big skids either side. So it is just a matter of driving the boat on and off. And obviously the one thing to be mindful is just of your drive and obviously hitting the bottom. But apart from that, driving on and off is made quite simple.
So thanks for that, Alan. I'm sure that will certainly help anybody that's considering a boat of this size.
I'm sure.
I think the other thing about a boat of this size is people are worried a little bit about driving it around and getting it off the trailer and manoeuvring it, and you've got something called Whittley Pulse, which definitely makes that a lot easier, and you've been good enough to actually take us through that as well, so here's that.
Yeah, g'day everyone, we're just up here at Lake Eildon. We came up last night from work. We towed the 3 boats up that we're testing today with Fishing Monthly. Just wanted to give you a quick run through of some of the new features that we've got on the 2800. Obviously we made a nice new dash which houses up to a 16-inch Garmin screen. On the Garmin screen, as part of our standard pulse system in this particular boat, the 2800, we've got full digital switching. So we can turn our wipers on. If your bilge pump comes on or you're running low on fuel, it'll notify you. It has a number of different modes. So it has cruise mode, tow mode, entertainment mode. And basically turns all the lights on and sets the boat up to how you wish to use it. Also on the dash, we've upgraded of more recent to a Garmin Vhf Radio, which you can see down there on the left-hand side. We've also upgraded on the 26 and the 28 to the new zip weight automatic trim system. So basically that enables the boat to be trimmed automatically off the screen. So you don't have to really worry about the old days of playing around with Bennett style trim tabs which you manually operated. So there's some real advancements there. We've also got up on the top right hand corner the battery management system, which on a cruiser is fantastic because you can go out, use the boat, and you don't have to worry about running out of battery power to start in the morning. So for example, like tonight we're going to spend the night on the boat. We can wake up in the morning and know that we can start the engine and not have any battery issues. So just a couple of new features with the pulse system. Very easy to move around, very easy to move it through the Garmin screen. You're only ever 2 clicks away from where you want to be. So you want your engine data, which is also part of the pulse system, gives you all the engine data, so fuel flow and everything is up on the screen there. So completely customizable. So if you want to have engine data, a traditional GPS fish finder, and then also switching, you can set the screen up exactly how you want it. And obviously it hooks into the Fusion sound system as well. So just a quick overview of some of the new technology we've got in some of our boats.
So Alan, the one thing about this boat, there are a lot of creature comforts. So if you want to take us from the front of the boat to the back, just take us through what they are.
Obviously we've got a split bollard, a split bow rail at the front, so you can hook on a little optional front front boarding ladder. So when we stop, we stop before for lunch. We can put the front boarding ladder out, and you can get access off the front of the boat quite easy, which is great for people who are getting older, and just a lot easier than trying to climb up the front of the boat, which is fantastic. So then you move through to the front. We've got a nice little front hatch, so you've got good access around there. Full walk-arounds around the sides as well, which is great. Pack rack up on top in the roof, so you can put your inflatable paddle boards or your inflatable boats, all that sort of stuff, as a lot of customers do. In the front cabin, you've got a nice storage area that lifts up, and then there's a nice bed and a front table as well that folds down. You've got a hanging closet as well, which is a fantastic feature. You've also got a full galley up the front there as well, with a microwave. You can store your food and that sort of stuff, which is fantastic. It's got a twin burner metho stove, so it's nice and clean and safe, and that sort of stuff. Plenty of food storage and that sort of stuff. Right hand side, there's a toilet and shower area, stand up toilet and shower area with a privacy door as well, which is great if you want to have a shower through the hot water system. And it's also moving through the boat, or continuing to move through the boat. We've got a sliding cabin door, which is a great feature for the girls if they want to get changed and that sort of stuff up the front. They can.
And fully lockable if you're not using the boat.
Put your rods, that sort of stuff up there, which is great. So yeah, it's pretty much the front end of the boat. Continuing on through the boat, obviously got a nice big dashboard there, which we touched on a little bit earlier, where you can house up to a 16-inch Garmin screen now. You've got plenty of storage. Storage everywhere you look. But at the captain's feet there, you've got a esky to store your drinks and that sort of stuff to keep them cold. Sliding side windows for good airflow. On the 28, it's got a standard electric sunroof, so it's a push-button electric sunroof which opens up, so it gives you good visibility at night and that sort of stuff. As we continue to move through the boat, in the rear we've got a fully self-contained bar, which is a fantastic feature which we've put to use today, which has been a bit of fun, Pete, hasn't it?
Most definitely.
See the cameraman smiling behind the camera, which is great. So and obviously down the back where we are here is quite unique to have a stern drive set up where we sit on top of the engine, and then obviously the table drops down and makes the double bed. So it's quite a unique boat, and we have a lot of customers, like we mentioned before, that tow up to the Whitsundays and Hamilton Island and use it as their caravan when they move up and down the coast. So Pete, you were just saying before, your relatives are put in that category at the moment.
They basically travel around the country. They've got one of these guys on the back, and they just basically use it at a caravan park as they're travelling, or once they get to where they want to go, onto the water, explore everything that the water has to offer. So it's fantastic.
That's the beauty of it.
So the cruises are what we've tested. We've spent a couple of days here doing this. Now is a great opportunity for us to show you what we've done the last couple of days, and we'll see you shortly.
Come enjoy the weekend with us.
What a fantastic couple of days it's been. Lake Eildon's turned it on for us sometimes. It's come over cloudy now, but the 2800 has certainly made it an experience to remember. I think a boat like this is all about creating memories, the ability to use this boat whether you're on or off the water. So if you're travelling distances, obviously you can use this at a caravan park. You plug in the power, it has all the sleeping, all of the other things that you certainly would need. I think that what we've experienced the last couple of days is the fact that you can cozy up to any bank, park the boat, have a campfire, have some breakfast, have some dinner. We've fished out of the back of it, we've had a few beers. It's basically been an experience. We've experienced Eildon the way it should be. I'd like to thank Alan and the team for taking the time to do this. Obviously a couple of days in a busy schedule is what it's all about. But again, we'll have memories forever about this. All the features of the boat that we've taken you through, I can't fault any of them, to be brutally honest. So the experience we've had as far as physically using the boat, there's plenty of space to fish from at the back. We've even fished from the front of the boat. We've certainly spent plenty of time sitting, having a bite to eat, doing all those things. As I've said, the experience has created plenty of memories for me. I think to know more about this boat and experience this boat, the best thing to do is get onto the team at Whittley Marine. All of the information about this boat and the rest of the boats that they do is at whittleymarine.com.au. There, it takes you through everything. There's an opportunity to go through and actually build a boat through the specs and pick the items that you want to add to a boat. Just a fantastic boat, Australian made, and it's allowed me to do what we've done the last couple of days. So as much as I don't want this experience to end, unfortunately all good things do have to come to an end. So it's time for us now to get the boats back on the trailer, head back to Melbourne. Until next time, it's Peter Young signing off for Fishing Monthly Magazines.